Hello, and welcome back again to our channel, Tutoring Made Easy. In today's video, we have this problem in front of us here, and it's a kind of problem that many people will get wrong, because sometimes with these kind of questions, they look very simple, but with a little less attention, you might be able to get it wrong. And we find out that many will get this wrong, and that's the reason for doing this video, so that we can omit being part of that group of people that will make such similar mistakes. Now, with such a problem, the first thing we need to identify is that if you look at this number here, it's a mixed fraction. This is also a mixed fraction. That's also a mixed fraction. And then we have a sign plus, an addition sign, and a division sign. All right. And that kind of like throws us off. But since we have this is mixed fraction, that is also a mixed fraction, and that's also a mixed fraction, I think the first thing that we need to do is to change all of them into improper fraction, And to do that, this three, we multiply this two, we get 6, we add it to this one, we get 7, and then we divide it by this 3 here, like that. All right. So that's what you do all the time. You take this 3, the denominator multiplies the whole number, you get 6, you add it to the numerator, you get 7 divided by 3. Then we're going to introduce our plus sign here. The next thing is to do the same thing, to repeat the same thing. This denominator, multiply the whole number, we get 8, and then we add it to the numerator here, 1, we get 9, and then we divide by 2. All right. And we divide by 2. You can pause the video and go back to see what we do, to be able to convert a mixed fraction into an improper fraction. Now, the next thing is to repeat our sign here, bring our division sign here. And then we're going to take this denominator, multiply by the whole number, we get 40. And then we add it to the numerator, we get 41 over 5, like this, beautifully like that. Beautifully like that. Beautifully like that. Then the next thing we're going to do is to use what we call PEMDAS. We're going to use what we call PEMDAS. Why are we going to use PEMDAS? We're going to use PEMDAS because we can see that there are, several mathematical operators here. The first operator here is the addition sign here, the addition here. The next one is the division one here. So which one do we work first? That's the issue. And that's when we have to use PEMDAS. And in using PEMDAS, PEMDAS simply means parentheses, exponents or powers. This is multiplication, this is division, this is addition, and this is subtraction. And so far, we have an addition and division. And we can tell that the division usually comes first before the addition. So we're going to do the division first. We're going to do our division first. All right, we're going to do our division first. We're going to do our division first. So that's what we're going to be doing first. Now, what are we going to do with our division? We're actually going to change the division sign to multiplication. So it's going to be 7 over 3 plus 9 over 2. Then we change this division sign to multiplication. And once we do that, this denominator goes to the top to become 5. And then the numerator comes down to be 41. Then anytime you change the division sign to a multiplication, the denominator, which is 5, goes up, and then the 41 goes down. So once we do this, the next thing we can see is that we have another mathematical operation sign, which is addition, and the other operator is a multiplication. And the question is, which one do we solve first? And if you look at our rule on PEMDAS, we can actually see that we have to do our multiplication. We have to do our multiplication, which is the M. We have to do that one first before we do our division. So M comes before A. So we're going to do our multiplication first before we move over to the addition operator. Now, to do this, we always look for common factors. Look at this number. Look at that number. Look at common factors in these two fractions. But from what we can see, there's no common, factors. If you take 9, if you take the number 9 and 41, there's no common factor. Or if you take 9 and 2, no common factor. If you take 5 and 41, no common factor. And the same for 5 and 2. So when that happens, we're going to multiply this numerator by this numerator, and then we also multiply the denominator by that denominator. So basically, that's what we're going to be doing. So let's quickly look at what is going to pretty much happen. So we have going to have 9 over 2 multiplied by our 5 on top and 41 down. And it is going to give us, it's going to give us, sorry, yeah, it's going to give us 7 over 3, let me right here, plus the 9 times the 5, this times the 5, is going to give us 45. And then we divide by 2 times 2 times 81, 41, and then we get 82. We get 82. And from here, we're going to do what we call the addition part. In the addition part, the 7, we're going to cross multiply. The 7 will multiply the 82. This 7 and the 82, they multiply. Then we add it to this 3 multiplying the 45. So the 3 is going to multiply that. The 82 multiplies 7. So we cross multiply. So we have in 3 multiplied by 45. And then all of that divided by also the 3 here, multiplying the 82. The 3 here, multiplying the 82. So it's going to be 3 times 82. All right, we cross multiply. And then the denominator, we also multiply the denominators. When we do that, the 7 multiplied by the 82 is going to give us 574. If you work it out, you should be able to get that. Now, how do we get that? How do we get that? So now we have 82 multiplied by 7. We know that 7 multiplied by 2 is 14. We write 4 down, remainder 1. 7 multiplied by 8 is 56. We add it to 1, we get 574. So that's how come we get 574. Plus, you do the same thing for the 3 and 45. So you have 45 multiplied by 3. 3 times 5 is 15, remainder 1. 3 times 4 is 12. We add 1 to we get 13, and you get 135. And then we divide that by 3 times 82. So you have 82 times 3, and that's this 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 8 is 24, so the denominator is 246. 246. So let me clear this one quickly. So we have like something like a tiny, board, if I should put it that way. Now, once we do that, we're going to add the 574 to 135. You can see that 5 and 4 gives us 9. 3 and 7, when we add it, you get 10. There's a 0, remainder 1. We add it to this one, we get 2. We add it to the 5, and we get 7. So we get 709 divided by 246 as our answer. And that's how we go about solving this particular problem. I hope this helps. Thank you, and please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.